Greetings. This is Suchita, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Tirthanganana College. Today I am going to dwell on the subject Operations Research. We are going to see two subtopics, Transportation Problem and Assignment Problem. So let me start with the definition of Operations Research. It is a mathematical discipline that employs analytical methods for improved decision making. It is used in various sectors like manufacturing, transportation and healthcare. We use this to optimize processes and resource utilization through mathematical models. So the definition and importance of OR, it helps to make better decisions vital for optimization. Key techniques used, integer programming, simulation techniques, etc. are used to optimize the results. Applications, it is used in supply chain management, logistics and healthcare. So moving on to transportation problem, both transportation and assignment problems are essential aspects of operations research that focus on the optimal allocation of resources. We use these problems to minimize cost while maximizing efficiency in logistics and scheduling. So, seeing a simple overview of transportation problem, it focuses on minimizing cost while satisfying supply and demand constraints. So, we start with the definition of the problem. We determine cost-effective transportation of goods. We structurize the model. It comprises of supply and demand nodes with associated cost. And then we go to derive solution methods, which includes northwest corner, least cost, Vogel approximation and modified distribution method. So as I said earlier, applications of transportation problems include supply chain optimization, logistics management and in many real world examples like in healthcare and retail management. So now we are going to see how to solve a transportation problem using modified distribution method, also known as MODI method. This method is a highly efficient algorithm. It is an iterative algorithm in operational research to address transportation problems. It is used to enhance resource allocation and effectively minimizes transportation expenses. So what is MODI method? As I said, it's an iterative optimization technique. It uses initial basic feasible solution which can be found using 3 or 4 different methods, and then we use iterative method to find the solution. So, the structure of a MODI method, first we define the problem, we identify the suppliers, consumers, transportation costs, supply quantities and demand requirements, and then we set the goal of the model. It is to determine the most cost effective shipping schedule that meets all the demands. Then we find whether the transportation cost that we find using the MODI method is the optimal method. So now we can find the initial basic feasible solution using 3 different methods, northwest corner rule, least cost method or Vogel's approximation method. There are 2 different types of transportation problem, balanced or unbalanced. It depends upon the demand and supply. If the demand and supply are equal, it is said to be a balanced transportation problem. If the demand and supply are not equal, it is said to be an unbalanced transportation problem. As I said before, to find the initial solution of the transportation problem, we use the following 4 methods. Northwest corner rule method, least cost method, row and column minima method, Vogel's